my pleasure. One, two, three, four. Eyes on my side. That was a heroic effort. Use magic to kill death. The best has one, two, three, four. Try and find a way out. Beware the demon. I've not seen such bravery. Let's see you get out of here. Do not listen to players yet. Stay potent for later use. The best has moved.
Test, test, lurk, lurk. Oh, there it goes. Well, hot damn, I don't know what happened there with the mic. It wasn't working. It was set to default instead of the mic. That's weird. I never unplugged it. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I guess maybe it's because it's possible. Or I started when I started OBS the first time. I didn't have my stupid webcam plugged in. I always forget to do that. And then so I closed OBS, plugged in the webcam, and then started it back up. So maybe it decided to. No, if it wanted to use that mic, it could have done that too. So I don't know what happened, but it's working now. So, oh, I remember that with the map. If you hit F1 to get rid of the HUD, it gets rid of the map that you're trying to look at too. Do I have? I very highly doubt it. Do I have either a piece of leather? I don't. So much crap. Look how many freaking carts I have now. It's getting ridiculous. No. I was going to put this in an item frame so that I could look at it better, especially with the Optifine I can zoom. Any cows around? Let me check in Prickly. I don't think he has anything with stone. You can hear me over the music. It looks like my mic is a little too loud, actually. Is my mic too loud? Does it sound too loud? Or does it sound okay? If it sounds okay, I won't touch it, but if it sounds like it's like too loud, then I can turn it down a bit, I think. Let me just check the temple here. So this is the line I'm just starting on here. This is a shortcut line. Now, in single player on the same world, I built this line already once. But that's not... I guess I didn't copy the right thing when I set it up on the server. So, I'm starting it over again, basically. I could switch over to that world, but the thing is, with this world, if it's old enough to not have this line in yet, then it means that we didn't explore, that I didn't explore out past the original 6 maps worth of space, which is a good thing because the Nether got updated, you know, this newest update. So that means I won't have to go out quite as far to find new Nether stuff. Just stay there, Prickly. Calm down. Do I have leather or an item frame here? I didn't think so. Leather is something you don't really collect at all until you need it. I know where leather is. It's at the main base. It's Stoutheart Estate. You know what? Screw it. I said I was going to go around and tour the line at some point in time. Why not start by doing that now? Rail or horse? Mule, whatever. Like right here, I have a cobblestone road that goes pretty much everywhere the same place that the rails go. So, we have an option. I guess Sturgy isn't around. I'd ask him to actually make a vote. But I think you're the only one here anyway, Vern. I never announce anything, and it's too late for the regulars that have been showing up lately. Because they're in Europe. So yeah, it's just you, Vern. So I think for now, I'll just take Prickly. Oh no, your browser's crashed. That's not good. Oh. So this is the desert temple. This is the first desert temple that I found in this world way back in... I put it up on Discord. When I first found this, I started building the rail line up to it. I was like so excited that I found a desert temple. I made a silly little video, but well, it's not really silly. It's just boring and kind of cringeworthy. I was like, oh, this is a desert temple. This is what they... And they weren't that new at the time, but they were kind of new. Just... Real quick, pull up that Discord. I just want to look at what year that was. I said it. Post... November 2013, I made the little video showing off the desert temple. So I first found this in November 2013. I ran the tracks to it. I didn't have any fencing in yet. I did have that piston bridge here. I'll show off the piston bridge, I guess. I guess in order to make this an official Red Bear Minecraft update video, I'll have to start by saying, hello and welcome to my Minecraft world update. Let me pick my sword back up because Q is the button for throwing items, but it's also the button for starting my recording software, which I never bothered to change. I think that's, if I still wanted to use fraps, it would still be the same. Well, I'm not kidding, I don't have fraps anymore. So we have this desert temple, totally just found it, like, you know, only 9 years ago. There's this piston bridge that I made. Well, it's not really a bridge, it's just, you know, the desert sand path. Something. And, totally beaten it already. I lost the wool that was in the middle there because I broke it stupidly and it dropped all the way down. Thankfully, I think back then items didn't set off pressure plates. Nowadays, if an item drops on a pressure plate, it sets it off. Like, look. This pressure plate. Or maybe it just didn't land on the pressure plate. See? If that happened when I broke that blue wool and dropped it, then all the treasure would have been gone. But thankfully, that didn't happen. But I did lose the wool. I guess I didn't make it down there fast enough back then. I didn't even put in real stairs here. Wow. How many years later, I didn't bother to make the stairs? This is the chamber with... It would have a chest, 1, 2, 3, 4 chests here. The pressure plate in the middle, which would set off the 9 blocks of TNT that are just under this, which I already picked up years ago, but... So yeah. Oh, there's also this other little area. Well, that complicates things a little bit. Uh-huh. Okay, well that's probably why I didn't get there fast enough to pick up the wool. Because there were other cavities that I had to light up and probably kill a few monsters with when I first came down. There's the stairs. Hey guys, how do I get back out of here? Was this before I implemented torches on the right lead in and torches on the left lead out? Okay, I think that is working out because that's a dead end. Am I blind? There's... That's not it. Oh, that's it. Okay, listen. It should be more visible. Is it dark? It's always freaking dark. The sun's coming down, but it's not dark yet. I'm gonna take the horse, so... I'm not gonna want to do it in the day. The horse road is not really protected. And unlike in the little video where I first showed this off when I was showing off the bridge, I can flick off the switch at this end and drop it back down. Now if I drop it down here, and if I want, like, swim to cross over there, if somebody else was there, it would not go back up. I would have to bring it back up with this switch. It's not a three-way switch, I'm pretty sure. But that doesn't matter with that anyway. Okay, let's go running around. So yeah, this is area that, that I've showed off on my YouTube way long ago. And actually I'm heading towards other areas that I've showed off way long ago. Oh, those are two creepers. So let's just run. Running is a good option. Because I didn't sleep soon enough. Busy yakking. Although I don't know how much I've shown of the horse road specifically. Now there's two cows. I could have just gotten the leather, but screw it. I'm on this tangent anyway. I always show off like the railroad, what I built, and ride along it a bit. I haven't in years, but I don't know if I've ever looked at it from the horse road, and especially with the shaders. So there's just a little bridge there. Well, it's a little bit bigger than little, but whatever. Only thing is, with running around the horse road, I tried to keep it pretty close to the rails, but sometimes it deviates quite a bit. So. Now this snow area, like most of the snow areas you'll see in this world, was generated way before version 1.7. Well, not way before, a couple of versions before 1.7. And 1.7 was the world update where they added a couple of biomes, and one of the big differences is they made taiga, you know, the spruce forest. It could be either a temperate taiga, which means spruce trees with no snow, or it could have snow. And they also tried to make it so that snow would not happen right next to, say, desert. You know, they tried to make it like a smooth transition. Like if you're in a desert, you're going to go through a bunch of, say, savanna and plains way before you find snow. And I think World Generation still works like that. But back then, no. Any biome could be anywhere, so you could just have desert into snow biome. But the unfortunate thing with 1.7 when it first came out is snow biomes that were next to deserts, well, they lost the ability to have snow. I didn't think they would retroactively change that, but they did. So a lot, not all, but a lot of my snow biomes, they still have a lot of snow on the ground, but it doesn't. But when there's precipitation, it doesn't snow anymore. It just rains, which is really sucky because any snow that you scoop up or melt away with a torch will never be replaced. So that sucks. I do have some snow biomes that stay snow, but not all of them, I think. Who knows? It might have changed again. I sleep through the night so often that this game, I don't really give the precipitation much of a chance to do anything. This is a nice big bridge here. There's the rail line down there. Rail line usually would be the other way around. The rails would be up high somewhere, and the horse road would be down on the coast. But in this case, of course, I always built the railroad first. In this case, I brought the railroad down because it was relatively low anyway, so it would have had to go up a lot to get up here. I try to make the railroad like as realistic as possible. Like I know minecart railroad, you could just go straight up the side of a mountain basically. But I try to like only go up one slope at a time. Try to spread it out and stuff. Of course, with the horse road, it's just stairs. Made everything out of cobblestone with the horse road. It does look nice. Of course, the texture pack helps a lot with that. So yeah, the horse road runs basically the same areas that the railroad runs. And a lot of times the horse road will cross over the railroad or the other way around. Which is always fun. Oh man, bigfollows.com. Why have I never thought of doing that? Oh wow. Wow, that's a lot of spammers. Usually it's just one. Ben. 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 Oh, thank you, Brian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them? Jeez. Usually it's just one. Yeah. Yep. That was crazy. So here we have a junction that goes up the mountain line. 1.8 land, because that was new at the time when I built that. Oh boy. Just imagine, just these signs haven't even been destroyed or anything in how many years. Oh yeah, that's bad too. Oh wow, this sign is messed up. I'm not gonna fix it. Junction Castle in South Harbor State. There we go. So while these lines have been showed up on my YouTube years and years ago, I don't know if the horse road specifically has really been showed up much. And I kind of downplay the horse road, but I did put a lot of work into it. This is a big long bridge over this water here. And I make different, kind of just like the railroad, I make different stops along the way where you can tie up the horse. Just show this off a little bit better. Now these bridges have been here for ages. But this is a little bit newer. It's still old, but it's a little bit newer. See, I did not go with the mossy cobblestone wall for all of that. That just would have been too much, I think. I think probably when I built this, it's the older part of the horse road. I probably didn't know, or they didn't add it yet, that you could make mossy cobblestone by combining vines and cobblestone. You couldn't always do that. It used to be, I don't remember when they added that. I think around the same time the Jungle Temples came out. But it used to be the only way to get mossy cobblestone was to find a dungeon, a little spawner room, and steal the mossy cobblestone from there. But nowadays, for years now, you can just combine vines with cobblestone to make it. And vines grow like crazy, so it's pretty easy to make. Area. Of course, with all the overhangs, you can't get it light all the time. There's always going to be some monsters here, no matter how many torches you put down. Well, it looks pretty good down. Oop. That's a hole. That's a hole. Thank you. Of course, with the shaders and the texture pack, it looks really good. It took me so long to finally use texture pack even. And then, of course, the shaders I couldn't do until I fixed up the computer this year. My older setup would have never been able to run these shaders. They are pretty intensive. So there's the rail line up there, heading down towards Splits. And that waterfall I created, because I figured it was a good spot for a waterfall, and it came out pretty good. I need to, add some more cobblestone under here and here. It looks stupid, the cobblestone on the dirt. I was lazy. Cheap. There's the rail line here, and here's one of the few times where the railroad and the horse road kind of shares the same bridge. The railroad is running the same direction right under us here, and it turns there. Show that off better in a second. Now there's Star Harbor State, but of course this isn't really the right place to park the horse. You have to go up here, and that's the way to Grand Junction. But we're gonna go this way. This is just a little tower I built many moons ago. It's not really anything in there, it's just another entrance to the mines and those mines I don't dare go in there anymore because I don't really remember my way around, and it was before I adopted the whole torch on the right leads in, torch on the left leads out system. So, very easy to get lost down there. So there's Stoutheart Estate. Some melons. Actually, I need to switch from apples to melons because I'm almost out of apples. I was eating apples for a while because I had a villager that was selling apples. Well, he still does, but part of leveling him up, I bought a ton of apples. But they're almost done. So now I will switch back to melons. These melons I'm going to leave here. Other melons that I grow anywhere else, I probably bring to that one villager that wants to trade, that gives you emeralds for it. So yeah, I'm getting into the new villager stuff. It's taken me a while. New villager stuff. The villagers have been like this since, what, version 1.14? 2 versions ago. So a couple years, probably. But I'm just getting these old villages set up with job blocks and stuff. I think the VOD for this stream I'm going to put on my main YouTube channel. Just because there's usually nothing new popping up on that one anyway. And I did used to have a bunch of Minecraft videos on there, so... Well, I mean, they're still there, but I had, like, a very small following just for my Minecraft stuff, I guess, but it's been many years since I even posted anything about Minecraft on there, so... Whatever. But this is Stoutheart Estate. This is also stuff that everybody's seen. I remember being so proud when I first found out that I could grow a mushroom, like, stick a mushroom in the ground, and then use, bone meal on it and make a giant mushroom. It was like, oh, giant mushroom. Of course, back then the only way to find those naturally would have been a mushroom biome, which was a mushroom island with the mushrooms. And then and still now, those are extremely rare and hard to find. Yeah. But hey, I made a giant mushroom and it was like the coolest thing ever. You know, that area was dark enough because of the overhang, you could grow it. Boy, I'm carrying a lot of crap around. Put some saplings in here. Where's my bed? I guess still on the ground at the end of the line there. Not too happy about that, but whatever. So, where's my map? Did I see the whole point there? That's pointless. Can't see it. That doesn't make it any better. I slept already. So anyway, oh yeah, I'm not even on this map anymore. That's completely pointless. Might as well just put my shield back on. So I'm gonna get my leather here. That was my thinly veiled reason for running along the line. But since I'm kind of doing this like retro YouTube video type thing right now, I guess. Where's all my leather? I know I have a lot of leather. I hope to here because I used to farm those cows a lot. Let's get inside. Since I'm doing that, I might as well get back on the horse and just run around more. Maybe show off some newer areas that I haven't showed in past videos. There it is. 58. Yeah, I knew I had a lot. Sorry, it's not even more than that, to be honest. So use this one somewhere. I made a bunch of item frames. I'll show you what I did with the item frames, but it's really pointless because I already have system maps and stuff. But here, down here, and I never finished it. For some reason, I decided that I would... Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's further down. It's XP farm that way. It's not really an XP farm, it's just a zombie spawner that I set up with some lights and pistons, so you can turn it on and off. So down here... Yes. I was wondering if this version of the world even had it. Why is there a block here? Enderman with his grass blocks. I'm not even gonna harvest all this wheat. So much wheat anyway. So for some reason, I decided it was a good idea to try to make maps that you could see more detail with. These maps, I think, are only zoomed out 2 times instead of 4. So, like, all of this fits on 6 fully zoomed out maps. But since these are only zoomed out twice, there you go. That's how much it's taken to do it. And I think what I was trying to do was show off the rail lines and cobblestone roads better, because you can actually see them here. See, like, there's the rails going through here. But I kind of gave up on this project, because really with these maps that are only zoomed out twice, I know where this is the mountain line, but it takes so many maps. This isn't even the whole line. This is the main loop, I guess, but it's not the whole thing. And it doesn't really look quite as good as I thought it would look. Oh god, don't do that. I'm trying to zoom. I'm trying to zoom with right click because that's what I do in Derail Valley. Oh, that's a big broken spot there. Interesting. But yeah. That is probably Hell's Gate Bridge. Yeah, I think so. So you can see the rails go alongside the horse road, basically. So yeah, cool idea, but in reality it's not really that useful. Because it's not like it's showing you exactly what. Of course, nowadays with my modded world, you just have journey map. You don't got to deal with that nonsense. Oh, I have a lot of seeds here because that's the days before composters were a thing. Why do I have 18 leather down here? Oh, for more item frames, I guess. I'm probably never going to do more of that project. Do I have room to harvest this? I guess so. I know I said I wasn't going to harvest it, but it's here, so I feel like I need to. Of course, the way the water is set up here, this is kind of a very annoying one. I don't make farms sufficiently. I never did, I never will. Sorry, I just had to do that. I don't know if there's any seeds in the water. But back when I first did these, this is like my first mines that I dug out. And I made a big point of actually having water, like you know how when you see caves and stuff, there's always water drainage that runs alongside the cave or something? That's what I did with this, like, this water, actually, you can follow it. You can follow it all the way back. It goes through a little tunnel here. And then it originates here. And this same water flow, of course I had to use a ton of buckets to do this, but the same water flow will follow the mines here all the way down to the ravine that leads to. I think Mama's messaging me for something. Oh, that's the zombie. That's the zombie farmer. I guess I left it turned on. It's not really farmer. It's just, you know, a spawner. See, there's the water. Goes around a loop in that room for that little wheat farm. Then it just keeps going. That was a lava pit. Oh, there's still some lava there. I gotta see. We got messaged about. Uh-oh. Buttonwood Apartments is on fire. That's very bad. And I don't know anybody that lives there, but still, that's really bad. Because when apartments like that start having a fire, it keeps spreading. This is a ravine, which is why I'm hearing a skeleton, I guess, because, you know, you can never light up a ravine perfectly. But this is the same water, and it finally goes here a little bit. And right here it goes down, drops down into the ravine, and that's it. That was kind of a neat thing to do. Completely pointless, but you know, did it anyway. This is almost, I guess you could call it an aqueduct because it's kind of like the water is going along the bridge. But once again, I'm not going to wander around down here because I will get lost. There's a skeleton somewhere close by. Anything down here? No, not really. Now this area is old enough. This is like 1.47. This area was dug out before I even bought the game, because you could do that back then. You didn't actually have to buy Minecraft to play it. Like you had to, if you bought Minecraft, you would get an account, Minecraft account, which obviously nowadays you need to have to play Minecraft. But back then you could play it, you could download it for free and play it without having an account. But then version 1.5 came out. I think it was 1.5. Added the ability to combine all your redstone dust that you've been collecting up forever in all sorts of chests. You could combine them into blocks. That was like an amazing revelation at the time. So yes, I mostly bought the game. Well, also I was spending a ton of time on it anyway, but I mostly bought the game back then just so I could combine all my redstone into blocks. And then of course the redstone blocks added all sorts of mechanics for redstone circuitry, but I never really used redstone blocks like that. I just wanted to be able to combine it so it didn't take up so much space. Circleville and Silver Lake Fast Team. Sorry. Me and Mom kind of have a hobby of listening to the police, well, fire scanner. It's big enough fire that they're calling in trucks from 2 towns over. Just say Circleville and Silver Lake Fast Team. Oh, Fast Team would be like the first responders, I think. Well, Silver Lake is basically Middletown. It's just on the outskirts of Middletown, but Circleville, that's a bit further out. It's not good. Means it's a pretty bad fire. Oh, how are my bags full now? They weren't full before. I see. And I keep getting more and more seeds too. Oh, I didn't know I had that much spruce wood on me. Item frame. Where'd I get the frame from? Oh no, did I break some? No, I made it. I made it just now. So that was the whole goal of coming here and getting the leather. Okay. For some reason I thought I didn't make it yet. Red Bear needs to go in the old folks home, I think. Okay. Go. Okay, and all of these seeds. Oh, I get rid of it. Where's my composter? Oh, it's right here. That makes sense. Don't mind me, just composting a ton of extra seeds. I don't know why I still have that wheat farm down there in the caves, actually. It's pretty pointless. So if anybody's interested, this is Vanilla 1.16.5, and yes, it is a server now. I'm usually either running this server, or I'm running my modded world, or I'm running a different vanilla server that I just play with my nephew Jordan. So basically it's not running all the time. That's the point I'm trying to make. So I don't know how much I want to like hand out the IP address for people to come run and join and stuff. I mean, I'd like to do it sometimes, but I don't want people joining in when it's not running and ending up on Jordan's hardcore world, because he wants to play on hardcore for some reason, but that's kind of just a me and him thing. 30 bone meal just sitting here, okay. I don't really need it for anything. 31! But yeah, if I've known you for a bit and stuff, I give you the IP address. You can come in this world and do whatever you want. Just run along the rails somewhere, pick out a spot you like, and build your own house and base and whatnot, or just run around on the rails, or get a horse and run around on the horse roads. It's kind of what this world is all about, really. So now, I'm not gonna just run back to the desert yet, the desert temple, because you guys have seen that. Let's see, where's the closest newest stuff? I must have shown off Moonwatch Point before. Surely. I know I showed off the bridge. I guess like Eastwatch. Mountain Line. Stone Mountain. Oh, I don't know. Screw it. Let's go to Moonwatch, because I don't know. I mean, everything looks so good with the shaders anyway. Really. Hold on. I see dirt where there shouldn't be dirt. Look at this. How lazy was I back then? I don't have any cobblestone on me. Is that good? Okay, please. I don't have much, but I have some. There's a bunch of prickly. Yeah. Skeleton somewhere. This is like the first section of rails that I laid down here. Well, either this way or the other way to the jungle, the first jungle I found. I think that's the first rail I laid down. That way. You can't really see it from here. Don't mind me. But yeah, you can see how the rails just go under. Of course, this bridge was originally all there was, and then I built the cobblestone horse road on top of it. Let's see how good can you jump. Horses don't belong up here. But anyway, this stone brick bridge and all this notch work out of the mountain and going up to the jungle up there. I love how far I can see now. That was the first section of rail that I laid down. That up there is the jungle depot where I found my first cats, which was the main reason for going to the jungle. So now you just need a village for cats. But this was after that, not long after that. back in the horse road where you belong. Of course. On this, I'm not going to go through everything here because this is Grand Junction Castle, which is like the second building that I built after Stout Heart Estate there, so it's been here forever. And I've showed it off in videos before. But what I didn't show off, I think, here's Grand Junction Castle. The rails coming through, and I call it Grand Junction Castle because the line comes in here and it splits off into a line going to Moonwatch Point and a line going south all the way down to Southwatch Village. And also, there's a line that goes down through here, which goes down into abandoned mine shaft. Actually, it goes down into this abandoned mine shaft and then another abandoned mine shaft before linking back up with the Southwatch line. So, I went with Grand Junction Castle because it's kind of like, you know, Grand Central Station, New York Central, New York City. The title, anyway. Well, I showed off that before, but what I didn't show off as much is I've got this little building over here for the Nether portal. First Nether portal. And originally I built this Nether portal in the basement of Grand Junction Castle over there. And then I very quickly realized that the Nether portal is very freaking noisy. I mean, you can make it safe easy enough just by putting this fencing in. The only thing that's going to come through is zombie pigmen. But it's very noisy, so I eventually built this out here and moved it. But if you go down here, and then this tunnel's a little wacky, but it works. Now, if I go this way, that leads you into the basement of Grand Junction Castle, which I showed off. But if you go this way, oh no, it's a dead end. Except it's not, because there's this lever here. Ta-da! Piston door. Now, my good friend Blue, not too long ago, helped me figure this out. Oh, what? Okay. For the longest time, I had this set up. It's this little hidden lever here to open the door, right? And then after you come through the door, you would hit this lever, and it wasn't closed in like it is now, to close it. But the way it closed it was there's another sticky piston that would block off the power line from that lever, and it would close it back off. But then you had to go back the same way to reopen it. It's hard to explain. It wasn't a three-way switch, basically. So if you went one way through and tried to go back the other way, it wouldn't work anymore. But she used something called, I think, comparators. It's new. It's relatively new stuff in Minecraft. Or observers, comparators, I don't know. There's new things that never existed back then. But basically, long story short, now it does work like a three-way switch. So you can open or close it from either side. I'm going to sleep because it's dark. Let's go upstairs up to the roof. This castle's a little complicated the way I built it. It's a little cramped. This area used to be all open, and then I closed it all in and made cloisters. Basically, I think when I did that was around when I was first realizing how good it is that you could use stairs upside down, make like little archways with the stairs. I didn't know that for a while. It wasn't like it was a new feature, I just didn't know it for a while. So I got a little carried away with them and made this whole crazy area. So, I guess. There's another portal over there. And after I do this, like, run around, show stuff off, I'll probably come back through the nether portal just for a shortcut. Because I do have a road system in the nether, too. course, I built that all way before the Nether update, so all of that Nether area is just kind of wasted. It's, you know, the old Nether, so just wasteland. There's I think 3 different fortresses, though. So yeah, this is where I went nuts with all the upside down stairs. It came out nice. It's like a cloisters type thing. See, a little siding here, which is pretty pointless nowadays, but whatever. I kept it. Here's the system map. Now, since they're in frames, I can do this. Look at it. That green nut, that's where we are now. That's Grand Junction Castle. And then we're going to go down. Can't see really what I'm pointing at too much, but down here, this end of the line here with the ocean there, that's Moonwatch Point. And then over here, that little frozen lake area, that would be Forgotten Mines. And then there's a village down there, the desert. And you go up and around, and this is the north-south line. This is the main line. So you'll start back at Grand Junction here. This is the main line up north. And right there, see where all this water is here? That's Hell's Gate Bridge. That's a big suspension bridge. Oh, and on the way to Moonwatch, we're about to look at it. Where is it? Wait, that's not Moonwatch. That's Moonwatch down there. But see that lake that kind of looks like an Atari land? That lake there. There's a suspension bridge that crosses that. And up here-ish is Northwatch Village. With that big brown dot. It's Northwatch Village. Then you go through a savanna biome a bit. And there's a big tunnel through that section. And then there's Testificate, because that's what villagers were called. They used to call them Testificate, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what I named that village, Testificate Farms. And then, because there's a lot of farms there. And then this is like Savannah Junction, I think I called it. And then up here, this part that stretches up north, that's that big water crossing. That's another big suspension bridge. Let's see. The one down here is called Mason Bay Bridge. That's Hell's Gate. This one, I'm sure I named it something, but I don't remember. But it heads up to that savanna biome up there to the north, and there's actually another portal there, so that's a shortcut we end up using. And this over here, this blob here up the top right here, that's the covered roofed forest that I just called simply Black Forest. You know, with the big dark oak trees and the mushrooms, big mushrooms and stuff. When I found that biome was like brand new. That was after 1.7, I think. And that was like, for years and years, that was the main goal of the railroad line. I started here, I worked my way all the way up and around, and eventually found it here. But after I got there, I never really did much of anything with it, and it's just kind of like a big peninsula, and then there's ocean. So there's not even really anything here. It's just a point that was a goal for a long time. And then we'll start back Grand Junction. Now, sorry, I'm trying to remember. Is that Grand Junction? You know, I'm thinking this green dot is Grand. It could be Stoutheart Estate. But, you know, that's right next to here. Stuff's confusing, isn't it? That's Moonwatch. And then much more recently, this is one of the newest lines. This little north-south bit here, I made a shortcut between Moonwatch and going up to Forgotten Mines. You used to have to go all the way through here. But I made a shortcut line here. And then from just past Moonwatch going south here, this little leg, that goes to Southwatch. Southwatch would be here-ish. And that's pretty due too. Then from Southwatch you can go across to, there's a jungle temple there. This is Stone Mountain. Here, this lower right hand corner here. That goes up to the main line that way. That must be off of Splits, yeah. Splits is here. Up here, this desert, that's where we just were with the desert temple, that big square block of water. And we're going to go north from there all the way up. Okay, I guess I can show that to you now. So you can compare. This map that I'm holding is the fully filled in version of this system map. See, on these maps I just strictly looked at the map while I was on the railroad, so it'd make a system map. This is the whole thing. Now, that little square block of water there, that's the desert temple. You can see where it is down here, south center. And then what we're going to do is basically go due north to that red banner. Because now you can put banners on the map to make markers. That's pretty new. But that's our goal now. Because we ain't going to get that tonight. I can see that big body of water. We have to build a suspension bridge. That's going to take a while. I think I have all the materials for it, but it's still going to take a while. So that's the shortcut that then I'll have a connection from here. I'll have a connection from... Nope. Damn it, I right-clicked again because I'm so used to freaking Derail Valley with right-clicking being zoned. Is that right? This one. So yeah, I'm going to have a line from here going straight up north, basically. It's going to connect up around here-ish. Kind of a shortcut, considering that over here is a village, and over here is a village, and this village especially, it has a lot of good traders and stuff. It's, well, actually, it still needs all the good traders and stuff, but it's got a lot of houses, it's got a lot of villagers, it's a big village. And then this one over here, somewhere, wherever that is. What's that? Is that a freaking llama? Oh, it's a trader. It's a traveling trader. Where'd he show up? They always spawn in really stupid places. Uh-huh. He didn't show up in the village, in the freaking castle, right? Where? I hear him, and I hear his llamas. I thought it was going to be a... thought it was going to be a, what do they call it? Pillager. So there's no villages here anyway, so... Where? On the roof of the cloisters? I can't go across it. Stop trying. I'm so rusty with this world now. I haven't played on this world much at all. I bet he's out here. Yep. Yeah, I remember this now. If this has happened once before, they spawn on this roof. Okay. Have anything special? They never do. Fern. I guess Fern is kind of nice. Orange dye. Alum. Oh, Podzol. That's actually not too easy to find because you have to have Silk Touch to gather Podzol, but I don't need it for anything. Okay, stay out there. So whole day just looking at the damn maps. But hey, there's a lot. Oh, he's drinking this invisibility potion. Well, hey, there's a lot to show off because I haven't showed this off for years. So where did I leave off with the map? Yeah, that's the new line that I'm gonna be building. There's really not much else to be done with this world until we start exploring again, but boy, it's already 6 fully zoomed out maps, you know. I might want to wait until 117 drops to go further east from here. Hey, I thought you were gonna stay on the roof. Oh, you're gonna be in the way now. So yeah, that's splits. Okay, go somewhere. I know people like to kill these guys just for the leads that he has, free leads, which does make sense because the slime balls aren't the easiest to find, but I don't like to kill them. Anywho, so Grand Junction Castle. Really? Do I need to I can't tie you up. Go away. Castle and over. Yeah, that's the one way of splits goes there, and the other way splits goes down here. And this is the main. This is the mountain line that also leads up to Black Forest, which is here. This line is pretty wild. It's a big swamp to cut through. I'm trying to remember what I showed off on my YouTube back in the day and what I didn't. Probably over here is what's newest. This is Stone Mountain again, and then you go over here to this is Eastwatch over here. I think this is Eastwatch. And there's also 2 villages. There's Shyland and Foothill. Foothill is the one that I'm actually building up really good with trades and stuff. Yeah. And that connects back up to the mountain line there. So yeah, a lot of railroad here. Years and years and years. I guess I like playing Minecraft a lot, but I never got into like multiplayer servers and stuff, not until very recently when I started hosting my own server. So, and I didn't like make a new world and start over every time that the game updated. I just kept playing the same world. For years I only had this world, actually. I do have a few other worlds nowadays, but this is still the main. Southheart Estate, or Stone Survives is the name of the world because I called myself Stone all the time back then because that was my name in World of Warcraft, so my WoW friends all called me Stone. Now it's Red Bear, but you know, whatever. So now where do we want to go? Taking the card. We've committed to the horse. Actually, this is a good place for you. Although your leads are going through the wall, llamas, whatever. They'll despawn eventually. Okay. I'm of the minority. I like this song, even though it's made with buzzsaws. Options theme from Spinball. I'm noticing a certain Lucy isn't here yet. She commented on my post on Discord saying, I'm not gonna miss it this time. She must not be home. Because she's somebody that I kind of slightly bullied into getting Minecraft I think she kind of wanted to play it anyway. So, she wanted to get on this world. She's already got the IP address. So I don't think she's ever been on this one. Anywho, where are we going next? I guess Moonwatch. I'm sure I've showed it off on YouTube before, but whatever. We'll just tour around for a bit. Time is ticking away. Do have work on the railroad to do, but this is fun too. Let's see, we've got two lines here. The upper line, I don't want to get off the horse because he's going to just wander right off this bridge. Well, maybe up here. The upper line here, that's going to Moonwatch Point. The lower line down here goes down to Southwatch Village, which is a pretty early section of the map. Seriously, horse, where did he go? Please. I swear they wander around more after they're tame than when they're loose and wild. Now in there, which we don't actually see with the horse road, is Magma Watch Farms. Yeah, road goes here. Moonwatch Point to the right, south. Southgate, Southwatch, not Southgate. That's Hard Truck 2. Southwatch. It's down that way. I think I'm gonna go to Southwatch. That's pretty old stuff. This came out nice. I was in a certain mood, I guess, when I was building stuff. I would add water features even where there wasn't any water feature. Like maybe there was one little spring of water, but I landscaped a lot and made it so that there'd be a nice big waterfall to go down and under the bridge here. You know, stuff like that. And here is Mason Bay Bridge. On the way to Moonwatch. This is my first suspension bridge. And probably the worst of the bunch, to be completely honest, because I wanted to make brick towers, but I guess partially to make up for not knowing exactly where the cables, the suspension cables would be, and not really realizing how big I was making things. I ended up making the towers these big blocky towers, which is just a bit much. You'll see when we look at the other bridges. Yeah. I mean, for my first suspension bridge, it came out pretty good. I didn't think to use... Well, you know why I didn't use stairs? Because this is smooth sandstone. Or, what? Sorry, nowadays it's called cut sandstone. And you can't make... You still can't make smooth sandstone or cut sandstone stairs. The only kind of stairs you can make is regular sandstone. And it wouldn't match. Here, I'll show you. It's kind of annoying, actually, that they added being able to make stairs. Here, I'll show you. These are sandstone stairs. They added the ability to make stairs out of pretty much everything else, but not the different styles of sandstone. Like, see, look, that's what sandstone stairs looks like versus smooth sandstone. It's completely different. It's like cobblestone but sand, whereas this is, you know, polished, finished. The fact that you can't make stairs out of this yet is kind of silly. But vegan. Of course, that's vanilla for you. This little base where I lived for a long time while I was building the bridge. Of course, it's getting freaking dark. Of course, with the shaders, that makes the days kind of shorter too, because as soon as the sun starts going down, everything gets darker. I mean, the sunset is nice, but it's very blinding. Yeah. This one, I had it easy with the bases of the towers. they both lined up pretty much with the edges of the water, so I didn't have to dig down much for the bases. I didn't have to dig down at all, really, which was nice. Other bridges are a different story because the bases were out in the water, so I had to dig way down to get a good foundation. Of course, you don't have to. It's Minecraft. You can technically just build everything on top of the water, but I don't like to do that. I like to be legit. I mean, you saw when I came in, the base was just right there. Yeah. And I guess I can run over real quick. Show you Magma Watch Farm. I mean, it's not that. It's just a farm, really. But look at this freaking lava flow. Now with the shaders, it just looks like, I don't know, orange Kool-Aid or something. But this lava flow was all natural. It's just coming from that one spring up there at the top. It just naturally flowed over the edge of this mountain, and there you go, huge lava flow. Because Fitting would have loved this and built a base inside of it. I just said, you know what, when I saw that, I said, oh boy, the railroad's got to go by there. So it did. Only thing I'm kind of regretting, but I don't see a way around it really, is all of this cobblestone that I have around it. But the thing is, that's got to be there. Actually, only that part has to be there. This part doesn't. Like I could take this down. But that's got to be there, because the sheep are so stupid, they will just keep walking into that lava flow again forever, dying. Went through a few sheep before I realized that. Back in the day. Really? Broke my pick. I still use stone picks because it's not iron. I don't want to use up my iron on anything but the railroad. So I do have a mending freaking diamond pick now. I guess I should get used to using that. Anywho, that part can be open at least. Because the only people up here are the players, and if they're stupid enough to walk into the lava, then they deserve it. I guess. I could put, you know what, I could put some wall there. 2, 3. I guess I'll make 6 wall. Is there any fence here? Oh, there's wall right here. Good. Where's Prickly? Oh, Prickly's... He's at the bridge, so... Not that you need a torch there, but there you go. Alright, now you can walk into it. But anyway, there's this farm area here. I never really cared about sheep much. Just enough to make a bed every once in a while. Of course, now you need to make a ton of beds. But this one place, I do have a bunch of different color sheep. Did spend some time here doing that. And actually, this is like a... what do you call it? Oh, there's a horse here too. Just wandering around high. Like a horse. What do they call it when the free roam? I guess, yeah. It's like a free roam farm. They haven't managed to jump over this yet. Actually, for a while, I didn't even have anything blocking them off here, but they just kind of stayed. But yeah, they have this whole area, and there's mostly sheep. There's some cows, a couple of chickens maybe, but mostly sheep with all the different colors. But then they can go under here, under the rails. They have this area to roam around in. A little notch over there, which I had to block the lava off from. And then, over here. There's another spot where they can wander around too. And they do. They use the whole area. It's not lit up enough to keep monsters. Probably. Yeah. It works. Did I leave my cart over here? This is for this stupid switch here with a little siding that I don't need. I should rip all that out. It's completely pointless now. I had a siding there for when I was working on the bridge, but that's done. Oh no, she's got pictures. Oh wow, that is a bad fire. It's really bad. That's the problem with condo-style apartments, where it's just one big building where you're all sharing the same walls. Once one of them starts a fire, it's gonna get really bad. This one looks like it's mostly up on the roof at least. I mean, it's still bad. It's still destroying the whole place, but if it started way up high, then I'm sure everybody gets it. Probably. That doesn't make the place collapse right away. That's a their house. Homes. That's it. Probably 6 or 8 apartments at least. Anywho. I didn't leave anything here. I just stepped over, so I didn't have to. Alright. Back to explore. Not really exploring. I know exactly where I'm going, but you know. Ah, I fell. I know where I'm going, but I fell. No, I'm not getting on the cart. Let's stick with the horse. Get to the horse. I should probably make a better way than having to go through the bridge. But see, I barely had to go down at all here. Alright. Now, here. Of course, in retrospect, did I have to build the suspension bridge? Back in the day when I was running this line, no, because I could have just gone right along this hillside here, and crossed like over here with like a regular little bridge, and then right back. But no, I wanted an excuse to build a suspension bridge, because before building this bridge, I planned it out a bit. Did I plan it in creative on another creative world? I don't remember now. It was either another creative world. I think just planning out how many blocks to use. I think I first planned it out on Minecraft Classic on the browser, which is like creative, but there's only like 8 or 10 different kinds of blocks, and that's the one where if you're under the water line and poke a hole to the water, you flood the entire cavern. It doesn't work like how the water works now. Minecraft Classic. I wouldn't mind someday. I think you can do it from the vanilla launcher. You can still make like a classic world, just for the hell of it. See how things have changed. They've changed a lot. That was back in the day when you only played it on the browser. When I first started getting into Minecraft, there was a Minecraft installer and everything else. Survival mode like this, but you could also still play Classic right off the website. This is just a little station there. I've showed this off before. But, so that is how I started first with Minecraft. Just to, like, give me an idea to see if I really liked the game or not. And once I started building things, and just even in classic, I'm like, and then it was like, okay, I'm hooked. So see this giant pit here? I thought I filled this in with something. More sense to go. I thought I filled this in with something. I never did. Basically, you saw all those big cables and stuff with the bridge. Well, I ran out of sand and sandstone, so I had to dig this pit just for the sand. I mostly had enough sand, but I ran out probably like 3/4 of the way through. I usually don't like to do that, by the way, dig up a giant pit like that, because it looks horrible. But I did it there. I never did anything about it. Sun's going down. There's the shortcut line that way. Horse road doesn't go that way. And it's dark. What else is there? Nope, I can't tie it to that, right? Did I not put a real fence post that I could tie it to? Here? No? Just forgot that I couldn't tie it to that, huh? That's redstone. Show off that switch after I go through. That was a lot of redstone to set this up. One more floor. Go sleep. It's this little tower I built in the desert here. At first it was just a tower in the desert. Oh, that's a creeper over there. But there's, jungle over here, so I would go over there and get some cats or something. There's a little truss bridge over a gap there. And here that switch way over there, that switches between the main line here, well, launch line I should say, and this is a shortcut. It goes up across the jungle over to the north end of the Hellgate Bridge towards Forgotten Mines. I guess maybe we'll run that after I go to Moonwatch. I'll have to run on the tracks, so I never built a cobblestone road for the shortcut. I guess eventually I will. I always do that too, work on the cobblestone roads. We always get lots of cobblestone just from mining. But that's what all this redstone nonsense is all about, just so I could throw this switch way over here. That's right. Following the wrong thing. That switch right there. I control it with a lever that's way up here. I can't show off from down here. This is complicated. There. Here we have a lever that controls the switch, and like the sign says, when lit, it goes to Grand Junction Castle, and when it's off, it goes to Forgotten Mines. Alright, let's get back on the horse. Still a bridge there. And we have this bridge here. This bridge ended up being a little bit more than I really needed, but whatever. And here, there's a junction up there. Going that way is a new shortcut that goes down towards Southwatch. One of the newest sections of track that I built. The main line is this way. Here's Moonwatch Point. So named because if you look that way over the water when it's dark, you see the moon. So there you go, Moonwatch Point. I'm good at names. Here. Don't do that. Berkeley. I know we can do it again, but maybe. Here's Moonwatch Point Lighthouse. That's a lot of brick, by the way. I was really into brick when I was building these lines. The regular red brick is such a pain though, because gathering that much clay it's rough. Well, if you go around and swim around in the rivers, you find a lot of clay there. Actually, it's probably easier now with the new swim mechanics and everything. It's just everything's the same in all those, of course. So we've got a little bedroom here, and then down this way, here, is big abandoned mine shaft that actually goes all the way down to bedrock, if I remember correctly. I think there's actually two abandoned mine shafts, like one above the other. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. It's pretty wild down there. I remember dying a few times down there. This is the base of the lighthouse. There's a dock there with a boat that you can take around. This is actually not huge, really huge ocean. It's more like a really big bay, I would say. Like maybe one of the Great Lakes or something. It's a pretty big ocean, but it's not like how crazy big some of the oceans can be now. Of course, there's not going to be any kind of whatchamacallit, ocean monument. This area is too old still. It was way before they came up with those. I guess we'll climb up to the top of the tower for the view. This is just stuff. I don't know if I can play that one. Lyrics. I'm afraid of lyrics. Up and up we go. That's what the inside of a brick lighthouse looks like, I guess. I might have died once or twice falling over here. Oh god, it doesn't get copyrighted. Oh good. Okay, I'll remember that for next time. There's the light of the lighthouse. Usually I think video game music is fine, but when they start throwing lyrics in, that's when I get worried. Right. Okay. Good. I believe you. So here's what it looks like on top of the lighthouse. I've probably died once or twice falling off of this thing building it. Right. Usually. Yep. I love being able to zoom in with Optifine. Nice big jungle there. Okay, there's the edge of the world there, I guess. Alright. So where the torch is, that's where the ladder is. Careful. Okay. I probably should have made that kind of safer, but, you know, whatever. It's what it is. Are you dizzy yet? Okay. I'm not gonna go down in the mines. It is kind of neat looking down there, but it's also easy to get lost. Spent a long time just running around. I should probably just head back to the Desert Temple now, but I guess I'll show off the Hell's Gate Bridge. I know I've showed that off on YouTube before, but whatever. It's been many years. There's Lucy. No, you missed the bots. There was like 6 of them in a row. It was pretty ridiculous. So, Lucy, I don't even know if you're at your computer or anything, but if you felt like getting on a Minecraft world, this is Vanilla 116.5, and you know my IP address. I said I was going to go over to Hellgate. That's going to be following the line. I guess if it's getting dark, we'll go to Moonwatch. Back to Moonwatch where I just was. I didn't realize it was getting that dark. Jeez. I really hate how short Minecraft days are. Yeah, I figured you'd been busy.
Do I got a traffic report? You better believe it.
Just figured I'd offer it up.
Yeah, heavy traffic.
I did not realize it was that dark. I would have just stuck around to Moonwatch. Well, let's go watch the moon. Wait a minute. The sun's coming from there. Is that what the moon shows up to? It shows up opposite and then it goes down the same way, right? It's been a while. Right up on the fence. I don't care. Oh. There you go. It's kind of... Oh, that's the sun going down. Oh, there's the moon. Ahoy with the shaders. This looks so good. I don't want to climb all the way up the tower again. Just... There's the moon. Moonwatch Point there. Name checks out. That is bright. Wow. The shaders. I mean, the moonlight's bright, but still, it's way dark enough for the monsters. Of course, it doesn't look anywhere near that good without the shaders, but, you know. There you go. Why is that sheep glowing? He's standing right on a torch. So now there's gonna be monsters everywhere, but it is very pretty. I'm gonna sleep through the rest of the night so I can get back to run around on the horse. I gotta get back to the Desert Temple and get back to work on the railroad eventually. But it is nice to show this stuff off sometimes. No whammy, no Miami, no freaking creepers. Oh, what spawned? I hear a skeleton.
Oh, it's looking good, 10-4, buddy. Yeah. Looking real nice.
Yes, yes, it is. Thank you, Mike. Is this the Creeper theme song? Trollolol. I don't see any monsters. But oh yeah, did he just die recently? The video looks like it's from like the 60s or something, but I don't think it is that old. It's just, you know, Soviet Russia. A while ago. Sure. But here, yeah, I really need to make a horse road here eventually. Just another truss bridge. This is when I was building out of nether brick a lot for bridges, which is really a good idea for bridges. It looks so much better than stone. Just makes it pop. As you can see by lack of fencing, or oh wow, there's not even gravel ballast alongside this line. This is probably the newest line that I've built. It's just a little shortcut line. This or the other one to Southwatch. I thought I at least ballasted it. Maybe I justified it by saying, yeah, it's in the snow anyway, so you won't see the gravel. If you're wondering who remixed this specific version of this song, it's a guy called Yuzo Boy who does a lot of Sonic and Michael Jackson remixes, which is why you can hear very faintly Michael Jackson in the background sometimes. A little bridge there. Ah, that's where I ran out of gravel, probably. Okay. So this is where any gravel that I get when I go mining next and stuff like that, that's where it's gotta go. And speaking of bricks, yeah, this is where I was building with a lot of bricks. This is the OG. Oh, here's the horse road. Go over the horse road now. This is the original line going to Forgotten Mines.
It's just him and me and me.
I'm not going to be able to show off the tunnel there, but it's not really worth it. There's a little junction there with a switch that you can go between the two lines. It's a little bridge. It's this brick bridge. Oh. I'm glad that I kept with the brick theme for this part of the bridge, because this line was built much, much later after I built this line. So I'm surprised I didn't cheap out and use some other stone, but no, I used bricks. I just want to show off the other bridge that's right here. There's one bigger bridge. That's another little one. It's that weird formation that's I made a point to run the rails around. There's the bigger bridge. Okay, buddy. Bow. Wait, I didn't even put a friggin' cobblestone base underneath the ends of the bridges here. How lazy. Oh, boy. Do I have cobblestone? I gotta fix that. Okay, there's stone brick. For some reason I had to make this one smaller. But simple bridge. This bridge is so old I didn't really think about putting upside down stairs for support instead of solid blocks. That's how old this line is. Prickly. I need a fence post because you are gonna run away. Hey, poor inventory. Hey, don't throw the freaking bow away. It's a good bow. It's not that special. I have to fix this. Actually, dump some stuff in here. Give me a couple stacks of cobblestone. There we go. Gotta fix this. I can't believe I never did that. Can I gonna... Oh, that's what I did. I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, back then I didn't have Optifine where the grass grows on the sides of the blocks, so it probably didn't look nearly as bad. There. That's a lot better. There's still... Gonna keep nitpicking, and before you know it, I'll be through like four stacks of freaking cobblestone trying to fix this. Okay, that's better. Okay, there's gonna be some exposed dirt. That's just how it's gonna be. I kind of made the point for the stone brick to go all the way down. But I got cheap! I didn't make it all the way down, I see that now. I don't have any stone brick on me. Look at this. It needs to go down to the bottom. That one does. What happened? I think it was bigger and then I made it smaller. I don't know. I think I did this so that there'd be enough space for a boat to get through. I don't remember. Something weird was going on there. That's a ravine. That's not nice. Red Bear, please. Past Red Bear. Oh, oh, oh. Didn't see that was a grass block, you see. Blind. Am I blind again? No, no, there's a space there. There. That works. A little bit of repair and maintenance, I guess you can call that. Sure, that looks better. Can't see it now because it's freaking dark. Oh no, I don't have my bed. Oh, prickly. We need to get out of here. Where did I leave? Where did I know I tied him up. Where? Come on, I literally just tied him up. Where did I put him? blind. We'll get him later. Look for the closest bed. There's a little nook not too far from here. I mean, I've got a diamond sword and stuff. I just hate dealing with monsters. Not enough to actually play in like peaceful or creative mode, but if I can avoid them. I thought there was a nook here. Oh, no nook. There we go with the monsters. Okay, see the mistake that I made. Oh, there's the nook. Oh, there's freaking these guys, really? Come on, shoot me. I don't have time for you. Oh. Screw you two. At least there's a cat here. That's bad. Sometimes I'm very tempted to turn the shaders back off because it just makes it a lot easier to see. But... I couldn't move! Why couldn't I move? God damn it. I saw that creeper, but I couldn't... I was like stuck right here. I was holding down to back up. Creeper, oh man. This is what happens when you don't sleep, though. You blow up your little nook that's been here for like 15 years. Is there a stone path here? It's gonna be a stone path here. Stupid monsters. Creepers. I don't even think the grass is really gonna grow. Overall, that could have been worse. The cobblestone saved me a lot. Instead. Trying to eat, you see. Found a safe spot. Really, you guys can't figure out to go around? Can't block because there's a switch there. Oh yay, I have the bad omen thing. That's what I always wanted. Okay. And yes! Where's the stupid horse? There he is. Why did I park him so close to a cactus? His name's Prickly because his last brethren died from walking into a cactus. Yo, there's a freaking cat here. I'm guessing. What's this? Oh, where's the door? Oh, the door dropped. Good. But the cat is supposed to like fend off the creeper because creepers are afraid of cats. But I think the creeper saw the cat and ran towards the door instead of away. So yeah, flaw in the logic there. Have some bricks. Have this. Have this. I have to drink milk before I go into any village, or else pain and suffering will ensue. I guess that's how this was? It wasn't a block out, because that's where the door goes. I don't know. I don't remember. just a little nook that I built while I was probably hidden there one night when I was first scouting the area out. Yeah, let's get Prickly before he becomes deadly. Okay, right, Prickly. I didn't realize I parked him so close to a freaking. Really? The lead really just stays there? Okay, I need... milk. Not right away, but relatively soon. Why was I even over here? Wasn't I going... Chat? Wasn't I going to show off the big bridge? This is Forgotten Lions Road. This is a Big Bridge Road. That just goes to Forgotten Mines, right? Yeah, that goes to Forgotten Mines. Thinking of it now. Well, whatever. Just go with the flow. Still a little rusty with this world. It's been so long. Ah, cow. Perfect. Hi, cow. Need your milk. Ta-da! Curse gone. No more raid. That simple. Where's the freaking horse? Oh my god. 2 seconds I was off the horse for. Mule, whatever. So in this section, and a rare change of things, the railroad kind of takes a big detour, sort of. Well, at the time I didn't think of it as a detour. I built it. It's just a little cobble tower. It's kind of cheap with building things. Now I made this all pretty by adding these different water scenes with the little brickwork bridges alongside the hillside stuff, but the railroad goes along this cliff. Well, I'll show it off. There's no other way to really explain it. But the railroad goes along this big cliff mountain edge thing. So yeah, I made extra water here so that it would look pretty. It's more of an ear with like indents, the water flowing through. It's just a little nook that I would hide in and sleep. All this water I added. Actually, that's just one source block that's just going down the side of the mountain. But the rail line goes along this river, basically, along the side of the mountain. And because of all those cows, they're still there. I kind of called this area like, what did I call it? Like Bovine Ridge or something stupid like that. But what I didn't realize until after I built the railroad all around here, actually I might have patched it up. I think I patched. There was a tunnel, but I think I hit it. But what I didn't realize is I could have just dug out not even that long of a tunnel for the railroad and not had to dig this big long notch going all the way around the mountain, wasting a lot of rails and stuff. But You know, that's just kind of how I build it. Where is that shortcut? I don't remember. I think I blocked it off to hide the shame. Is this? Unless this is it. No, that's just a nook. But I'll show you why that's so silly, that line, because you can just... Because I ended up doing what I should have done with the railroad. I did it with the cobble road here. So you can just bore straight through this mountain. It's not even that long. Oh, there it is. That's when I first figured it out. And ta-da, here we are. I've forgotten mines. Instead of going all the way around the other way. I named this just because, you know, it's mine shaft underneath. A lot of the like goals that I had with the railroad, places to go, was I would find something cool. I would either find a biome that I've never been in. This is just like a big stone brick tower. There's another system map. That's Grand Junction, and we are over here now, Forgotten Mines. But there was either a biome or a kind of structure that I never saw before. In this case, it was because there's a big abandoned mine shaft underneath. Every time I would find an abandoned mine shaft, it still happens. I say, oh wow, an abandoned mine shaft. That's something special, right? And then I, you know, build a whole line to it and everything else. They're very common. At least they're common for me. I always run into them. But I always make a big production out of an abandoned mine shaft. And of course, I end up dying a lot because... Oh yeah, there's a chimney that actually runs through the whole thing. There's no smoke actually running through it because these are solid blocks. This is vanilla Minecraft, but... They made like a big flare out here with a nether rack with a flame on it. But, yeah, I always make a big production out of going down to that mine shaft, and I always end up dying at least a few times because they're full of freaking cave spiders, which are very dangerous. But, there's something to do. This, by the way, oh, that's the bedroom. One floor down. This, by the way, is the only place in this whole world that I have a brewing stand set up. Except I have one other brewing stand in one of the villages. But that's for the villagers, that's not for me. There's the brewing stand. Yeah, you gotta fuel it with blazed powder now. Thankfully, when you fuel it, I put blazed powder in here thinking it would be like a furnace where you just throw the fuel in. But no, it actually took it right away, and I said, oh no, now I gotta brew. And I only used it a little bit, and it stays there until you use it up. It doesn't like go away on its own like a furnace, so I was happy about that. Because I never do much brewing. I have some regen potions, some swiftness potions, fire resistance. Swiftness potion needs to go. Need to distribute those throughout different parts of the nether. Where you go in with the horse or on your own so you can run through fast. 49 blaze rods. That's nice. I got a cauldron mostly for looks. I mean, you can fill up the water bottles with it, but then you end up having to put another bucket of water in there to, yeah. Usually just take the water bottles down to an actual infinite source of water, but whatever. I got a bunch of glowstone here. Those Forgotten Mines. So also, this area is pretty old, too. And there is a branch off that way for Desert Village, but I'm not going to bother going up there. Right in here. End up using this one, I don't know. Right in here, I've got a spot to park your horse here. Because up until the latest versions of the game, if you used a lead like this to tie your horse down and walked away far enough to leave the chunk, then the lead would break and the horse would wander off. Now they've finally fixed that, I think. But for the longest time, leads were basically useless because they would just break. So I would build something like this. There you go. Put the horse in there, close it up, and now it'll never get out. This is my nether portal here. There's a whole system for getting through the nether too. Which I don't know when I'll show that off, but it's there. Because the nether is a great way to shortcut. Because I think, what is it? 1 block of distance in the nether is 64 in the overworld, or something like that. So now what do I want? I wanted to show off. I want to show off Hell's Gate, but how do I get there from here? This is where I just came from. Wait, isn't there a junction? There. Yes. Yeah, this will get us there eventually. Long way around. This snow land might, I think, still snows. If there's precipitation, it'll still be snow here, which is nice. Bit of an arch bridge there. I guess it's safe to say my Minecraft world is all about transportation. There's a huge rail system. There's a huge cobblestone horse road system, and there's a pretty good sized horse road that goes through the nether to all different places for shortcuts. Because I did design it actually with 3 block wide horse road in the nether. Everything in New York City. So you guys took I-95 through New York, and that was all of New York that you ever want to see, huh? Let's see, I-95, that would be George Washington Bridge. That probably sucked. I've never been over the George Washington Bridge because we locals know how bad that one is as far as traffic. I mean, they all can be bad, but I think George Washington's one of the worst. But 95, as long as you don't mistakenly get off the highway, it kind of just cuts straight through. It's pretty easy. Yeah, Jersey and Manhattan, yeah. Yep. Like close to a month from now, me and Mom's boyfriend have to drive her to JFK Airport in Queens, which is, of course, in the city. And, oh boy. Yeah, good luck, thank you. Well, we have a pretty good system. Oh, jeez. Yeah. We have a pretty good system for LaGuardia Airport, which is also in Queens. You can actually, what we do is we come down from where we are and we take I-87, which is New York State Thruway. You guys have seen that. I'm not going to show that off. That's something special. But New York State Thruway down over the Tappan Zee Bridge, over the Hudson. But it's, you cross the Hudson. Wait, where's, oh, blind. You cross the Hudson up a good ways north of the city. And then you're on something called the, yeah, you're going down 87 south, which is New York State Thruway, down into the city. Now, what the GPS and everybody will always tell you is to stay on 87 South, the New York State Thruway, and go right down, right through the city, basically. As long as you stay on the highways, I guess it's not too bad. But you take something called the Triborough Bridge, or RFK Bridge, I guess they call it now. Wow, this is kind of dark. And it's called the Triborough Bridge because it crosses through three boroughs. Which, and then you take that over to Queens, to what's not Garden State Parkway? That's Jersey. Grand Central Parkway, maybe the one that goes to LaGuardia and Shea Stadium and stuff. We don't go that way because it's too much New York City for us. And if you screw up, I mean, if you don't screw it up, it's fine. But if you screw up on that, trying to get on and off that RFK bridge, and if you end up off an exit, you end up in freaking Manhattan. Like on the streets of Manhattan, you know, any TV show you ever see in New York City with all the, where the road is like 8 lanes of taxi cabs. So yeah, that's what you end up in if you make a mistake and come off the highway. So we don't do that. Oh, I don't know, he's going to be using his GPS this time, so we might do that. Well, I'm going to be sitting in the back seat just going, yeah, have fun. Because he already told Mom, oh, it's not a problem, I can just drive you to JFK, it's not a problem. But anyway, for LaGuardia, what we've done a few times is we've... Hi. Okay. But we take 87 South across Tappan Zee, down the Hudson towards the city, but then we take something called the Cross County Parkway east, and that cuts us over to something called the Hutchinson Parkway, I-684, I think, south. Still heading towards the city. Oh, come on, it's dark. Great, I'm just gonna have to keep kicking these guys out of the bed because there's only one bed. But you take the Hutchinson down, and it's a little bit further away because you have to kind of go out to the east a bit. But the advantage is that once you're on the Hutchinson, you come down and then you take the Whitestone into Queens, and you're directly into Queens. You cut off Manhattan, Brooklyn, you cut off all that nonsense where you're going through the center of the city. Oh yeah, trucks can't go on the Hutchinson. Yep. You know why? Well, you know about the 11'8" bridge, right? Every crossover of the Hutchinson Parkway, and there's another parkway that goes along there. Every crossover of those is like 12 foot, maybe. When they designed that highway, they designed it that way specifically to keep trucks off of it. They could have designed it with enough clearance for trucks. Well, no trucks are allowed on that highway at all. 13'6", yep, that's what a big rig is usually. So we go down the Hutch, and then we'll cross over the Whitestone Bridge, which is a nice old suspension bridge. Well, they all are. But usually there's not as much traffic that way, too. And then you have to get off of the Whitestone Expressway to the Grand Central Parkway, I guess it is. But you're only on that for like 5 minutes to get into the airport. Actually, we got right off of that, and when we went down like Ditmars Boulevard in Queens, you're kind of driving down through this part of Queens called Astoria, Queens. But the traffic's not too bad there, and then you find, I think it's like 94 or something that leads right into the airport. It's kind of a little secret way. It's a little bit nicer than trying to take the highway right in. Although it's probably all changed now. The freaking LaGuardia is under constant construction and revamping and everything. But anyway, we're not going to LaGuardia this time. We have to go to JFK. which is still in Queens, but it's in the southern tip of Queens instead of the northern part of Queens. So basically, we're going to go down the Whitestone. We're going to still go over the Whitestone Bridge, I think, unless he wants to just follow the GPS and go over the frickin' Triborough. But if we're going over the Whitestone, then it's going to be south on the Van Wyck, which should be just a straight shot down across Queens, and then JFK is right off the Van Wyck. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. But just hearing how many different road names and highway names and numbers I mentioned just to try to figure out how to get to the freaking airport in the city shows you just how bad it is to deal with the freaking city. You guys with your truck on I-95, you probably had it kind of easy, to be honest. Because you're just doing 95 straight across the whole stupid thing. Why is there a torch there? So this is a little tiny. This village is really tiny. Like, I built all of this part under here. There's only like 3 or 4 buildings to the whole village. It's super tiny. But when I fenced in this great big area thinking that I would come in and just build a whole bunch of buildings and build it up, but there's really no point to have so many villages all connected anyway. I just stopped here because it was dark and I was ranting about highways. Okay. So, I don't know. That's close behind me, right? I almost let a villager out. That would have been bad. So I came from this way. I always get confused around here. Oh, I'm supposed to go through the village? I don't remember. Well, yeah, that's going to be a fun drive. Not looking forward to it. Okay, here we go. Oh, here's the other gate. Oh. And of course, we're going to have to go down there and pick her up after like a week and a half afterwards. So, yeah. But he's got GPS now. We never had GPS before. Even when Mom and John had first got smartphones, they couldn't figure out how to work the GPS, or they didn't have data or whatever. So I would just print out the freaking directions from Google Maps and just figure it out. I was usually pretty good at that, but still. Now we have GPS, but I'm sure they're not going to know how to program the GPS, tell it to take a specific route. So what's going to happen is the GPS is going to tell us to go over the freaking Triborough, so that's going to be the way we go. I mean, if you don't screw up, that's fine. But it's bringing about a lot more stress in my head. Because, wait a minute, I came from here, didn't I? Yeah, how did I go the wrong way? I went through the village. Oh. I think I came from here, right? I haven't been paying attention. But, yeah, I'm starting to get really worried about that because, why go across 3 boroughs of the New York City when you can just do 1? It probably overall takes like 20 minutes longer to go over to the Hutchinson and across the Whitestone. But it's peace of mind of not ending up in Manhattan. The only issue we've had with this run to LaGuardia that we've made a few times is when after you go over the Tappan Zee and you're going south. Yeah, this must be the way I came in. Oh, right, that's why I hooked up there, because I came in this way. But after you go over the Tappan Zee, the next step is, I think it's exit 4. So I was going the right way. It's for the Cross County Expressway East, and that one's really easy to miss. It's like the exit pops up out of nowhere. It's a tight little curly Q thing, and you have to get off 87 on this little curly Q exit, and then you have to drive up this like service road for like maybe an eighth of a mile, and then there's an exit again for the Cross County. It's not a real interchange. And then the Cross County Expressway, that's a really fancy name for 2-lane highway, which is sometimes 1 lane. You take that over to get to the Hutchinson. Sometimes I'm tempted to just, instead of taking 87 south after you cross over the Tappan Zee, you can go straightish instead on, I guess it's 287, 284, something like that. But anyway, and take that across to the Hutchinson that way. But then you're like heading towards Connecticut. That's more like 30-40 minutes out of the way. But it would probably be even easier. Okay, I'm going the right way now because I'm going through the jungle. So yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about Minecraft, but I guess I got on a rant. Ah, this is a neat little truss bridge thing where the rails cross over the top, the horses go through the bottom. Sun. That's what we just went through. I think I originally built it that way too, because I guess I was building the rail line. It's a shortcut line. Well, that's not really a shortcut, but I think I was building the cobblestone road pretty similar at the time. Okay, we're almost at Hellgate Bridge. And then we'll head back to Desert Temple and get to work on the railroad. It's been like a few hours now of just wandering around. I know I set up a place to tie up the horse. Oh, it's here? That's kind of wacky. $12.2 and $12.4. What's that mean? Oh, the clearance. Sign says 12'2" and 12'4". Were the signs for trying to tell you not to go on one of the other roads? Because obviously that wouldn't be clear enough for you. $95 splits, yeah. It's probably supposed to be telling you that if you go this way, it's 12'2", but it probably didn't make much sense. Yeah, New York City is bad. Bad place. Well, I don't know. I liked going down there to the games a few times. That was a fun experience. The placements were awful. Yeah. Well, that's because roads like that, these crazy highways that go through crazy big cities, are under like constant construction and realignment. Oh wow. So like the sign probably when it was placed made sense, but then the road changed and they didn't fix the sign. That's pretty common around here. And all this city nonsense of changing highway names and rebuilding things that don't need to rebuild, that's creeping its way up to us. We have an Interstate 84 that goes through us, and I will admit the exits never made sense. Like I-84 goes from Scranton, Pennsylvania over to Hartford, Connecticut. Now, just the section of I-84 that goes through part of New York here, Orange County specifically, and Port Jervis is exit 1. And then exit 2 is not too far from Port Jervis Mountain Road. There's not a whole lot of exits. And then exit 3 is us, Middletown, and then there's 4, 5, 6. It goes up, and by the time you get to Newburgh on the Hudson River, you're at exit 10. When you cross the Hudson River from Newburgh, I'm trying to remember. I know it's not exit 11 like it should be. It either goes back to 1 or some other higher number. It's like the exits were numbered versus what rivers they were at, because Port Jervis is on the Hudson, is on the Delaware River, and Newburgh's on the Hudson. But like if you're going towards Pennsylvania from Port Jervis after you pass exit 1, you're like, well, what are we going to get to? -1? No, it changes to like 10. It starts counting up. So I can understand that is weird, but it's been like that forever, and everybody knows what exit 1 is, exit 2 is. But now they came through and they renumbered all of the exits. So now whenever you see an exit, it says formerly 1, now whatever it is now. That just makes it more confusing. I mean, I understand it could have been confusing before, but everybody knew it. And then the other big highway that also crosses by here goes like north-south, although it's considered east-west. It's diagonal. It's 17, the quick way we always called it, New York State 17. But it's laid out just as big and wide as I-84. But they connected. They made a few little connections here and there. 17 like also goes down into Jersey, and then it might also cross over into Pennsylvania, way up north somewhere. I'm not sure if it does that, but it does go down in Jersey. So then they're like, no, it can't be 17 anymore because that's a state route, and it actually goes through Jersey. So it's going to be I-86, and there's been signs on the side of the highway, 17, future route I-86. Those signs have been like that for at least 20 years. It's going to be I-86, it's going to be I-80, whatever. It was just an excuse to make 17 a little bit bigger, and then there was a town, when you go up further north into the Catskills, there's parts where 17, the Quickway, State Route 17, sometimes it would go down into the center of town and become the main drag of the town where you had to have stoplights and stuff. Just for a little bit, and then you would get right back out to divided highway. So they built a big overpass, like bypass around the town. And that's like, oh yeah, it's I-86, so you can't have traffic lights. But it was just like bureaucratic nonsense. It's still, everybody calls it 17. Nobody's going to call it I-86, but I think all the exits numbers changed with that too. And it's like, why? It already works the way it is. Alright, we're coming up on the Hellgate Bridge. Now this bridge, I called it Hellgate Bridge because I was thinking of the Hell's Gate Bridge in New York City. Speaking of New York City, there's a bridge called Hell's Gate. But this bridge looks nothing like the Hell's Gate Bridge. The real Hell's Gate Bridge is a big arch bridge. It's a railroad bridge. My bridge, here's one part of it. Well, there's a couple of small arches here. It's kind of like the Hellgate, although the Hellgate is one big arch. And then the Hellgate also has... Oh, wow, that is deep. Don't die. I forgot I dug this stupid deep trench here. So I have a little bit of that. The real Hellgate Bridge is one big arch, and then there's also a lot of raised part. also crosses a couple of different waterways. Goes over, is it Roosevelt Island or Ward Island? One of them. But anyway, mine is a suspension bridge. This would be the second suspension bridge I built. And I went with a sleeker, thinner tower. So it's not that big blocky tower like the brick one I made for Mason Bay Bridge. This bridge, and then that other part of the bridge and everything else, this bridge was a lot of work to build this thing. Mostly because of the materials I decided to choose to build from. Nether brick for the towers, which wasn't too bad, I would think. Though I never really thought to dig out the nether bricks in the nether fortresses. I actually gathered a lot of nether rack and then had to cook it into the bricks. And then put the bricks together into the brick blocks, which is a pain in the ass. That's what I did, though. Is there a way to tie up? I want to tie up the horse. But the main problem with this bridge, with building it anyway, was the white parts, the suspension cables. Pipe dream. All of this white, that is all quartz, nether quartz, which is the only ore that you can find in the nether. But this took probably about 3 times as much nether quartz as I thought it was gonna take. So, yeah. I never put, like, campfires up here. Sometimes I retrofit them and I put a campfire for light and put smoke going up. I never did that with this one. I'm not gonna bother now, I guess. But yeah, this took so much quartz. And I died a few times in the nether trying to get the quartz, and I'm sure this was before I set up the road system in the nether and everything. So I got lost a few times really bad. It's so easy to get lost in the nether. But eventually I got the thing built. There we go. Actually, in my niece Cassidy, she has me playing on a creative Minecraft world with her sometimes. Yeah, it came out pretty nice. Built this years and years ago. I'm acting like I just built it. Please. But in her creative world, I'm starting to build a suspension bridge. It's going to be like this, although there's going to be 2 big spans, like the middle span of this one. Like, this bridge is, this part's 25 blocks, that part's 100 blocks, that part's 25 blocks long total. So it's 150 blocks long total, pretty sure. But for her bridge, well, her world, the bridge that I'm building in her world, it has to be longer. It's a bigger gap that I'm crossing over the ocean. So it's going to be 25, 50... No, I think that's 100 in the middle. I don't remember. It's going to be, instead of short, long, short, it's going to be short, long, long, short. 2 main spans. Oh, I don't have a bed. Why does it get dark so fast? Well, I'll leave this fence post here. Let's try not to get blown up. It's the horse road. I can't see. There's that stupid water. Please, get out of the water. Okay. I'll have time for this. By the way, under here, you can hear them. The freaking underwater temple guardian things. There's no temple there, though. This area was way too old to build a temple for the game to generate a temple, but I think the game tried to generate a temple there, There it is. I knew there was a tunnel somewhere. Okay. We're retreating back up here to sleep. Why don't I light these up better? Because you're not supposed to run on them at night. That's why. That's a creeper. Run! Trying to place torches. This is a crappy place to tie up. Safety. No. Went the wrong way. It's outside. I don't want outside right now. That's a spider. Come here. It's creepers I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of spiders. Except the ones in the vines with the poison. There's an abandoned mine shaft under here, by the way. I think. Yeah, that's one of the branches. Glacial Edge Village. Mines, Forgotten Mines. Okay, that's that way. I tried to make sense out of this. Okay. Right, down here. I was going to run rails down here, and then I decided not to. Undergrowth mine shaft. Yeah, there's another abandoned mine shaft down here somewhere. I'm not going to go down. What's I saying? Got distracted by nighttime plus creepers. Right, well, just building that bridge was insane. I guess that was the main point of the story. That bridge was so much work. It came out really nice, though. Now, we're gonna go back to where we were working on the railroad. Oh boy, I really took a detour. I wanted to wander around, show stuff off, but oh boy. I was thinking that I was gonna take a shortcut through the Nether to come home, but I don't think there is one. I can get in the Nether and Grand Junction Castle, but does that really help me much? There's the bridge. Can't really see it too good from here. Rawr. Wait a minute. What did you do to me? Oh, so those the pit badges? Yes. Okay. Or did you change it to modify it? Oh, you modified it. Okay, cool. I thought those were the bit badges, and I'm like, wait a minute, how'd you get bit badges? Cool. Yeah, might as well. I haven't come up with anything to do with these freaking coins yet. I should be setting fancy goals for it. Sturgy found out that you could use them for polls, like to influence how a poll goes with a vote. So he would set up votes just to spend points on. Where he is today. It's not like I give people any notice about when I'm going to stream. I just get on Discord. I'm like, oh, I'm going to stream soon. No schedule, no planning. The people that have been showing up lately Today I started up too late for them because they're in Europe, so it's past their bedtime. It's kind of like a transition time. Well, no, not anymore. It's almost 10 o'clock. Wow. So I'll poke my head in here just for a minute. Here's the whole map, fully explored and on the wall for display. It's kind of ridiculous. Most people at the most do like maybe 2 fully zoomed out maps, and they find whatever they want and they don't want to go any further. This is 6. Kind of silly, but hey. What I can do with Optifine is I can zoom in on it. Yes. Well, for some reason there's no markers anywhere. That doesn't help. Okay, this green marker is where we are now. So, that gap there, God, I wish I could show you a pointer. But it would be this. Well, I guess that works with the zoom. This gap here, that's Hellgate Bridge that we were just looking at. Goes up north, and then up around here-ish, I think, is Northwatch Village. You go through here, come down this way. This here is a mostly buried desert temple, which I'm actually, I haven't actively done it because I don't need the materials anyway, but it's slated for demolition basically. I've been slowly picking away at it, sealing with sandstone if I need it somewhere else, because it's buried anyway. You can't see the stupid thing, so why not? And this is the goal for the shortcut branch that I'm just starting to build from the desert temple here. This is where the desert temple is, and I'm going to go up this way. And I'm going to build a new suspension bridge here, suspension bridge number 4 for this world, right here. That's going to be long. That might even be 3 spans, actually. We'll find out. And then go to get to here. And then the main line goes this way. I think around here somewhere is Testificate Village. Now that I know that you can take banners, this was a red banner, and you right-click on the map and it puts a marker, I'm going to make other different color banners and put them all over the place for the different towns, I think. Makes sense. So junction here. There's a suspension bridge here. Savannah Village is up here with another portal. Then, and then the mountain line goes through here. Yeah. That's where it gets a little dicey. This is the newest section, pretty much. Oh, over here, this is Foothill Village. That marker. That's a village that I've been... Actually, that's, as far as trading-wise, that's my best built-up village. Somewhere around here is Shyland, too. Another village. And then that comes down and around. Stone Mountain's around here somewhere. Jungle Temple here-ish. Here. Southwatch is over here. But yeah. Forgotten Mines is over here-ish. Kind of. Here, I think. Before there's this huge... You can see these very vertical lines here. That's because that's when 1.7 first came out, the world building changed. So there's like huge cliffs and stuff in between one world transition to the other. The way the world builds, I should say. But yeah. Fun. And I'm getting ready. Well, now I'm going to build that. No, don't. Crap. Did I fix it? hate that you can rotate stuff in the frames because you do it by mistake. But anyway, there's that red marker there. There it is there. This is a copy of the same map, but yeah. We're gonna go straight up the middle of this map, basically, with the rail line. So yeah. Okay. Get rid of this string. My inventory is so full. So full, and there's nothing I can really get rid of either. Right, I did all of this running around nonsense so I could make an item frame, so I could show you the map. But I just showed you the whole map here. Whatever. I didn't tie you up, horse. Why didn't I tie you up? It's prickly. Okay, so now, if I want to head back... there isn't any portal close to where I want to go to. Oh, we're running on foot. It's getting dark. It's getting dark again already. Also with the shaders, it gets... with all the shadows and stuff, it makes the days even shorter because it starts looking really dark before it is actually dark enough for the monsters to spawn. So the days are really short. Run, run, run. What are all these torches? There's something down there. Still don't have a bed on me, by the way, because I left it at the build site. So next station we gotta stop at. Yeah. So, that's a cow. I saw that and I was like, why is there a horse here? It's a cow. No fence post? Oh, there it is. Why is there no torch on it? Okay. Now we just run back. I was gonna come back through the nether, but the way I explored around that's a creeper. The way I explored around, that's another creeper. The way I explored around is there wasn't really any reason to take another portal. Because it would be another portal coming back to Grand Junction. That's the closest one. Once the shortcut is complete, the closest one will be the one up in Savannah, up north. But since it's not complete yet, I would have to drag this horse across the ocean if I tried to use that shortcut. That's my original first section of railroad that I ever ran. Alright. Stopping here. I don't need to stop here for anything. Well, I can get rid of these bones, I guess. Them bones. I really miss my auto sort systems with my modded worlds. Like, there's buttons up here to automatically sort your chests Come on, Minecraft, get with the times. Just add it. Bones. Bone meal goes in there, but bones that are still bones can go here. Yes. Got my old gold helmet, so I can go through the nether, but there's no point to it now. Cows. Okay, to splits we go. The desert temple. That jungle tree, I guess, will never grow because of the fence posts here, but I just leave it there at the sapling just because, I don't know, I guess it looks kind of nice. I do a lot of buildings, like buildings and railroads and cobble roads and stuff, but I don't really make anything pretty too often. I mean, architecture-wise maybe, but not like flowers and stuff like that. Decoration. Not my strong point. Down here. Victory, I guess. I don't know what we were victorious in doing, but victory. I didn't miss a turn, right? Pretty sure the junction is after this tunnel. Yeah. Okay. Don't need to start going the wrong way now. That one drags on too much. Oh yeah, Doom. Best version of Doom. Sega Genesis 32X. I'm only slightly trolling when I say that. Actually, I played that on stream once a little bit. Years ago. I got a little further than I thought I would, because I'm horrible at shoot games. Any kind of FPS. Oof. This horse is pretty fast for the, I keep calling him a horse, he's a mule. Usually you have to get like a regular horse to do it really fast. I mean, it's not super fast, but he's pretty good. I think I bred him with, I think I bred Clegaron and a donkey together, I'm pretty sure, for this guy. So that's the only way you get a mule. You have to breed a horse and a donkey. And a mule is just a faster donkey, really. Donkey. to the end of the line. It's the temple. I didn't leave the bridge. I left the bridge up! Oh no! Monsters getting in, although they can't because, you know, it's completely fenced in now, but still. Whoops. I didn't drop the bridge. There's something I need. I didn't drop the bridge though. There we go. That was totally a bridge and not just, you know, a line of sand. You don't want to know how long it took me to build this stupid thing, by the way. I have all these pistons. Oh boy. That was like 10 sticky pistons or something like that. I don't know why this mule doesn't like going upstairs so much, by the way. There's the part that I was just starting to work on, basically. Not supposed to, so I nice one. I can stay there. Close enough. Alright, Prickly. We're home. This isn't really home, though. This is the construction site. My bed is right there. Okay, I see. I do like how they added that you can reset your respawn point without having to actually sleep. That's a nice new feature. So here, this is the end of the line with the whole work train is assembled. The work train has grew in size. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's freaking 9 carts now. It used to be like 6. Oh, you know why it's 9 now? A few days ago, I was riding around in the tunnels because I have a whole tunnel system with mine cart tracks in it too. Aptly named Mr. Bones Wild Ride. Because it's not labeled too well. There are a few places that it links together, but it mostly just kind of goes everywhere. That's where I got all my cobblestone and iron and stuff, mining along that. I'm gonna have to do more mining soon. I'm gonna run out of iron soon enough. But when I was riding around down there, out of nowhere, 3 of these carts, and I don't know if they're duplicates. I don't think they were really duplicates, but 3 of these carts were merged together into one, glitched together, and they were flying at me at like 100 miles an hour or whatever, not 100 miles, but, you know, fast. And then the cart I was riding in merged with them, and they just kept shoving me. So I went on an unsolicited trip down Mr. Bones' Wild Ride the other way. Eventually, I was able to... Where did we stop? We stopped at, where the rails stop, up in, what's it called? Tri-Truss Crossing or something. It's that brick. It's a brick truss bridge that I built, up on the northern, up on the mountain line. So that's where I ended up. Leave this tree here. So I had to break up the carts and move them. I hope this song is okay. Burn, is this copyright? I think it's okay. I'll find out. I'm done with the tour anyway, so if this part gets muted, it's not so big a deal. It's a good song. Witches. Witches be witches. Something else that rhymes with witches. I'm a witch, by the way. Nobody ever knew that. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride this line along here. That's at 10 o'clock. Somebody else streaming. It's like prime streaming time. Wow, Super Great Friend is still going to Resident Evil Village. I didn't think there was that much content to it. Oh, PJ. Oh, Spot's live. Oh, not right now, but eventually we will raid him. I'm gonna work on this for a little while. As long as you see the stream, I want to raid him. What day is today? Tuesday? Monday? Monday. Yeah, that is normally one of his days, probably. I can't keep track. That's just what I always needed, snowballs. Song sounds a bit loud to me, but nobody's complaining, so I haven't bothered. I just hope it's not copyright. I don't think it is. I mean, I don't care if it's just something that gets muted on YouTube. Well, I wouldn't like it muted. Usually, with a lot of stuff on YouTube, they'll just put a claim on it so that they can get the ad revenue. Like, they'll put their own ads and I won't be able to monetize it. But I can't monetize anything on YouTube anyway, so I really don't care as long as it doesn't get muted or blocked. Or, obviously, the worst thing would be an actual copyright strike. That takes, like, 3 or 6 months to get rid of, and then 3 strikes you're out. Those are the really bad ones. I've never gotten a copyright strike. Almost all of my videos on YouTube now have claims where I can't monetize, and whoever owns the music can. But I don't really care about that. I was never able to monetize anyway. I had a chance once, like 10 years ago, and I don't know, I guess YouTube in their great wisdom decided that I was trying to cheat the system, which I wasn't. I told a bunch of people, hey, check out my videos, I just got monetization on them, but I didn't sit down and click on all the ads on all of my videos or anything like that. Somebody else might have, but I didn't. But anyway, they took away my monetization. They said there was invalid click activity, and whatever. What's that? I got like halfway towards making my first $100, I think. But I think really what happened, that was the excuse they used, but really what happened is YouTube looked at all of my other videos and they said, 90% of this guy's videos has content, copyright music of some sort on it. Yeah, take it away. Wow, I went through that shovel fast. Oh, mushroom, I don't want mushrooms. Please let me replant. Okay. So yeah, I'll never be able to monetize. I mean, I made a different channel. Do I just make it 1, 2, at least? I made a new channel for my Twitch VODs here. But even after the years it's going to take to get enough views to try to apply for monetization with it, they're just going to come back and say, nope, too much copyright stuff. Most likely. If I have any chance of making anything money-wise for this hobby of mine, it's going to be here on Twitch. Maybe a little bit here and there would be nice. But whatever. I'm trying not to quote unquote sell out too much. I don't really know how that would apply to me, but yeah, don't sell out. I know I'm not like actively running ads, but I think they might run on their own anyway. I don't know. I don't watch my own stream. I don't think I'm getting anything from it if I am running ads. I'm not specifically running ads anyway, is what I should say. Gotta fix these trees. Raid Shadow Legends. Hey, yeah, that's a game I'd be willing to try sometime. Didn't even JonTron do ads for Raid Shadow Legends? I think he was sponsored by it for at least one. But of course he probably made some kind of big joke out of it. But if it's done well, I don't mind it at all. Now I'm just being freaking anal and fixing the bottoms of the tree trunks. It's maybe a little silly. Oh, if I get rid of one more log, then I don't have this. Then I only have one solid stack of them. So I can just freaking make some sticks. There we go. Log gone. I think this height is pretty good. Ah, landscaping. Exciting gameplay action. Where's the rails? This is the rail. Sometimes I confuse myself. Now, these shaders are really pretty, but sometimes they cause a bit more trouble than they're worth. It's kind of hard for me to see. It's like the torches don't really give off enough light too. There's a one block ditch here. Did you see that? I didn't see that. I mean, I should have known it was there. I just freaking dug it, but you know. Just trying to light this area up, but I'm never gonna be able to light this up enough to keep monsters spawning out with all these hills and forests and stuff. But you know. See, like that right now, it's morning. It should be bright as bright can be, but because of all the shadows and the fancy shaders with the, you know, where the position of the sun is and whatnot, it's still kind of hard to see. So I might, for building purposes, I think I'm gonna turn the shaders off until I go somewhere new, and I'll turn it back on. But for now, I'm gonna turn it off. That was bright. Sorry, I should have warned you. I forgot. This freaking bright red screen that pops up for when you turn the shaders on and off. It's annoying. Okay, this is what the game normally looks like. I mean, the texture pack still looks nice. So did I blind you guys with red Mojang screen? Blinds me, that's for sure. Okay. How much digging do I want to do? Getting plenty of sand. Okay, we're gonna have to do some kind of crossing here. I think it's gonna be some kind of fill. Maybe, I guess a small bridge. It's a bit too high for fill, I guess. I don't have any rail left anyway. I was gonna move the carts up, but yeah, I can't make more rail, I'm pretty sure. So this is how we build the rail now. Do I want this sheer wall here? Do I want to go through the extra work that's required to slope it back? It does look a lot better when it's sloped back. Yeah. How many more shovels am I going to go through? I think this level, this is where it has to start sloping. It's not too terribly bad then. Extra landscaping. Okay. Of course, the problem with this is where do you put the fencing to try to keep the monsters from coming? You gotta put them all the way up. Put the fence all the way up here somewhere. Just light up the hillside really good. But that's later on in life. Music, please. Now it looks like on this side there's going to be some walls to be built. Seeing a lot of cobblestone in the future. that doesn't look good like that. Actually, gravel's gotta go up here, you see? Actually, this is sand. For some reason, I made this decision long ago that when the railroad goes through like a desert area where it's all sand, I don't need to put gravel on either side of the tracks. I just put sand. Because it kind of looks nice blended in. I guess the gravel kind of, I felt like it didn't look as good. It's also an excuse to not have to use gravel for a while. You know, you're getting a lot of sand. The sand doesn't blend in with the dirt, so it still works. And back to dirt. Don't mind me. Just placing blocks and breaking blocks. And that's what Minecraft's all about. Where's the cutoffs for sand? I think it's... Actually, on this side, sand would make sense right up to the end. Now, in order to save how much sand I use, I think I should really worry about this. I just got a bunch of sand, but I'd like to fill it with dirt. One block lower than where the sand needs to be, so that you don't use as much sand. Something like that. Wait a minute. No. Going to the wall here. This is gonna be a wall. Let's see. It's horrible right now, but we're gonna. It'll be a glorious wall. Sure. Feel a little cheap using cobblestone for the wall. I guess I should really get a couple of furnaces out. Do stone brick. Yeah. I'm not gonna do cobblestone. Cobblestone is too cheap. Especially now with stone brick, you can make stone brick walls too. Which is like, you know, a fence thing. Couldn't do that before. Now, all of the items in these chests are all scrambled up because for some reason nowadays, when you're shoving a bunch of these chests around, if they get caught on something or whatever, they manage to all glitch together in a mess. And it looks like it's just one cart with chests. But if you look really closely, you can see like all sorts of little corners sticking out. And then if you touch it and shove it, it just goes flying. It'll run forever. Usually a cart with chests, you just push it and it runs like 10 feet down the line and stalls out. But when it's all glitched together, it'll go flying down the entire length of your line, and there's no way to freaking stop it, really. Unless you can get ahead of it and break the track and put a block. But it's very hard to do that because they're flying very fast down the line. Nothing spawned, right? Excuse me. About the worst possible thing that could happen right now. All of these freaking minecarts with chests here. There's a creeper to come bouncing down off this hillside and blow up. Because he will destroy everything when he blows up. And that would be really, really bad. So always look out for it. But anyway, they all glitch together, and the only way to fix that is first off put a couple of blocks on the ends of the lines to contain it, so that, and more than one, because it will actually just phase through a block. Oh, actually, what did I do? I took out one piece of rail, thinking, okay, it'll derail off the rail. No, it just jumped right over the gap and just kept going. I spent like 4 hours, probably more than that, between yesterday and today, chasing down these freaking carts that were all in one conglomerate glob. But so you gotta really block it off good on either side, and then you just gotta take your sword and break it, and you'll break one of the chests, all the stuff will be all over the place, and then it'll still move around all glitched out, so you have to keep breaking it, finding the chest, put it back down on another piece of track or something. Lather, rinse, repeat. Do it fast, because otherwise the stuff that's all dumping out on the ground will despawn after 5 minutes. So that's why when you look at this, I did have these chests kind of organized, and now it's a mess. Everything's scrambled up. Okay, there's more furnaces. 4 furnaces. Okay, I have blocks of coal somewhere. Should have blocks of coal somewhere. Okay. Where's the spider? Yeah, I thought monsters didn't spawn. Now I'm hearing a spider. I don't really care about spiders. It's not even going to attack me probably because the sun's out. But if a spider spawned, then that means there's a possibility of a creeper spawn. That's me. Yeah. That's it. Oh, did the other big spruce tree grow yet? I planted 4 saplings so that it would be a big one. This one grew. It looks really nice. Where did I plant them again? Planted them in a spot where I was worried that it might get too big. This one didn't grow yet. It might not because this one's too close. Actually, let's see. Actually, I'm not really all too concerned if they don't grow. Look how many trees are here. Where's the other spot? This spot here. If this grows out to be one of those like Christmas tree shaped ones with a really wide base, then it could be a problem. Have to cut it all down, but hopefully not. Wish I didn't do that. I really want it to start raining around here so I can see if it still snows or not here. Guessing because there's desert all around this little patch of snowland, it ain't gonna snow. It's gonna rain. Which means this like strip of dirt that I just dug out right here doesn't have snow on it. It's never gonna have snow on it. That's why I'm actually saving these snowballs, because you can take these snow blocks, put in a horizontal line like making slabs, and you make little snow slabs and lay the snow back down. Okay. 4 furnaces. That's the track. It's great. Jabba the Hutt. Is Double here? This is his music. I mean, right, eventually, it originally came from Mike Demonic, but... I think he has a loop of just the first part of this song, double. This is just the actual song. Okay, I need 3 more stacks of stone. Double. I do really like how stone brick looks. It's really nice. But it's a pain because you gotta cook all the cobble to stone brick. Don't shove me around, pig. Put this here just in case I need it. Stone cutter. I love the stone cutter. One of the best inventions in modern Minecraft. That stone cutter. So useful. Don't think I'll need it here because this is just going to be stone brick blocks. So I want to do some fancy stairs. This song? I don't think it does. I mean, it might be a thing where the copyright owner claims it and puts its own ads on and I can't monetize, but as long as it doesn't get muted here on Twitch, or it doesn't get muted on YouTube, like actually muted or taken down or copyright strike, those are the only things I care about. Oh. I thought the lit furnaces would melt the snow, and the torches do. Interesting. I would say the song is too old for copyright strike, but I know better. It doesn't matter. And it's not that old. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, though. I could get troubled because I'm playing the whole thing, not just the loop. Oh. Now, a lot of people that play Minecraft nowadays, with the stone cutter, I've noticed this with certain VTubers, is they think the only way to make stone bricks is to take the stone, put them in the stone cutter. Now, no, you can do it the same way you used to do it before they invented stone cutter, just do 4. But the problem with this is if you don't have something that's divisible by 4, you have extra. So the stone cutter is still nice and useful because you can make a specific number. In my case, I'm just doing all normal. Also, you can do this chiseled stone brick, and that's the only way you can do that. Maybe I'll come back later after I built this wall and pick a couple spots where I want some of those, but for now I'm just building. But a song being old doesn't really matter as far as copyright is concerned because it depends on what company owns the song. I mean, a lot of times there's an old song where the person or even people that made the song are all dead, but it doesn't matter. Some company owns the rights, so yeah. The best instance of that is classical music. They're definitely all freaking dead. You know, this is from hundreds of years ago. Somebody owns the rights. Well, actually, I don't know. I think classical music is relatively safe, but stuff like that, it's just so stupid. Do 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 do. See, I like hearing the actual whole song. Not just the riff. I mean, the riff is really good. There's a spider, and I don't see it on the ground, on the surface, so there's a little cave in there or something. Hole in the ground. I'm not bothering. It just sounds like 1, 2, so it's not. If it sounded like a lot, then I'd say, oh, there's a spawner. Jump it hot.
is calling from the States newspapers, and that is coming to us and radio. Don't be afraid, television saying. Don't look at it, don't mention it, where it is spring. Somebody's coming
Now,
from strange road, a strong voice coming from
question.
the space.
Do I leave the... Two options with this wall. I can leave it at the level that it's at now, and then have one level of dirt here. Actually, there's going to be gravel up here, so no, the wall's got to go one block higher. Okay, thank you, chat. I didn't really give you a chance to respond, but you helped anyway. Red Bear's copyright claimed by Mozart. Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on, they're all freaking dead. Oh, hi. Yeah, just what I always needed. Yeah. I wanted to have to freaking find a cow again, thank you. Oh, Lord. It's like, come on. I mean, I understand that there has to be some kind of copyright system for artists to protect their content, basically. But there needs to be some kind of middle ground, I think. It's kind of ridiculous the way it is now. Oh, hey, I got an almost broken crossbow. Yay! Put it in a chest. That one's full. I have an almost broken crossbow. And I can repair it, or I can wait till I get another almost broken crossbow and combine the two together. It's a quarter to 11. Pretty soon, unless there's any objections, I think I'm gonna stop streaming. We'll raid Spot. Don't let me not raid Spot. What's this? Okay. Okay, so that one was done. Now I hear a zombie. Good. Gotta try to make it look pretty. But I don't care where the monsters are. They're not on the surface, that's what's important. Alright. Because I feel like I'm just gonna forget and wander into a village. No. Oh, damn. Arson investigation underway for the apartment complex already. The fire that just happened. Suspect in custody. Oh, wow. Somebody actively burned it down. And a police officer suffered injuries. Smoke inhalation now. 5 units. 5 apartments. Yeah, Buttonwood. That sucks. Anywho, what I was saying before she messaged me is, I gotta get rid of this curse before I forget about it. And then wander into a village and, ta-da, raid! Say goodbye to that village, because I'm not prepared for raids. Okay, she was gonna say something back. Okay, I can't milk pigs. So where's a cow? Time to wander the rails again now. I mean, as long as I'm out here, I really don't have to worry about getting rid of this curse if there's no cows nearby. I was just hoping that I could just wander around a little bit in the woods and find a cow. But crazy over it. I'm just worried that I forget about it. Cow? Yeah. Pillagers have been around for a little while now, ever since they updated the way the villagers work. What was that, 1.14? I'm still kind of on the fence whether or not I like them. I think it's kind of a step too far. At least the raids are. The raids are too much. The raids are super difficult. Even if you manage to survive, all of the villagers are going to be dead. Even if you block them in their houses, they're going to be dead because there's one of the raid mobs with the pillagers. It's called an evoker, and it like shoots these magic balls out, and I guess there's these like little floating, almost look like little evil fairies that fly around and do damage. And they can go right through freaking walls, you know, solid cobblestone walls. They'll just go right through it. So yeah, if you're not really lucky and really quick on killing them, then you're gonna lose whatever villagers you have. I mean, it makes sense to balance out the fact that villagers are pretty overpowered as far as the way you can make trades for everything now. Like my nephew Jordan on his hardcore world, that's all he is doing, is just trading with villagers constantly. He's like, oh, I need, like, you know, this village is working so good, he's got a bunch of iron golems spawning, and he's always killing them for the iron so that you could trade the iron and for emeralds. And, you know, and then he's like, oh, I need like 2 stacks of andesite so that I can trade it in for emeralds or whatever. Basically anything that I gather and put in my own chest is all going to be friggin' gone because he's going to find some villager to trade for it. Okay, I can't find a cow. It's like, I understand it, but at the same time, it's just not the way I play. Please stop trading away my iron, I need to build a railroad. Of course, he doesn't understand why in the world I would ever build a railroad. He doesn't do any kind of, like, big building at all. He does parkour. We're just dispatched. Oh wow, they haven't even got the fire out yet. They already know it's arson, and they haven't even gotten it out yet. Apparently the fire can be seen from Sugarloaf. That's like 40 minutes away from here. They can see the fire. It's probably just the smoke, but still. I never looked outside, and I'm sure we could see it. It's not too far from here, really. Okay. I need to sit up a bit. My tailbone's kind of barking. I was sitting in Mom's computer chair for a while trying to get that stupid printer to work. Brand new printer, but it's hooked up with Wi-Fi, and that's a pain in the ass. Printers don't have to be Wi-Fi. I mean, it can be convenient, but most of the time, where do you set up your printer? You set it up within like 10 inches of your computer anyway. So why can't you just hook up the USB cable? Well, guess what? This printer didn't even come with a USB cable. It came with instructions on how to hook it up to the Wi-Fi and how to hook it up to your smartphone with Wi-Fi. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I got a computer right here. Just plug it in. Thankfully, I had an extra printer cable that I found. Yeah, that worked. just first set it up, and then once I set it up, I took the printer cable back away and said, okay, we'll use it with Wi-Fi. Well, first off, it's extremely slow with Wi-Fi when it works, and we haven't used it for a while. And today she needed to scan some documents, and guess what? I couldn't get the damn thing to connect to the computer, even though I already set it up with the Wi-Fi. So I said, screw this Wi-Fi nonsense, finally. And I got the cable back out of the drawer up here, and I'm going to keep it down there. I'm just going to keep the stupid thing plugged in, like all printers should be. And even when I plugged it in, it didn't want to work, and I had to, like, start the computer again. This is also the same computer. This is my mom's computer. Where the hard drive started dying, like, a couple months ago. Like Windows popped up warning her saying, your hard drive's failing. Back up your computer now. And, I did. I backed up her stuff. She doesn't have much of any stuff anyway. But it still works for the most part. And now it's getting to the point where it gets really slow and sluggish. And I'm like, I was telling her today, I'm like, Mom, we can't put this off anymore. You already bought a 1 terabyte hard drive for this thing. It's time to change it. It's time, but she doesn't want to because put in a new hard drive, you're starting over basically. You're losing everything that you had, although I'm pretty sure I backed everything up, but still, it sucks to start over. It is a real pain in the ass. And she's not going to have Windows 7 anymore, probably. I mean, I could, acquire Windows 7, but it's really not a good idea now because Windows 7 is not supported by Microsoft anymore. There's no more security updates for it, and I mean, my computer's Windows 10 and it works. I do like it. I miss some things with 7, but 10 is okay. I know for the longest time I was completely against it because it is kind of based on the smartphone technology, tablet technology, laptop, and all that nonsense. But it's a lot better than 8. Like 8 was the first operating system that they made that was like based on the smartphone crap. And 8 is I've never seen one person happy with 8. 8 seems really rough. Well, I do have a little notebook with 8 on it. But that's what it's designed for. It's not designed for a desktop computer with gaming and stuff. But 10 is definitely much better than 8. Still miss 7 though. So with her, I'm probably gonna have to set up 10. It would make more sense. And let's basically start over and all that nonsense. Do another wall here. So, where's the gravel go? The gravel goes here. Shovel. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll use all this stone brick, I guess. First I thought I made too much. Nope. So this. Oh, right, shovel. Instantly forgot what I was gonna do. Good job. I hear that stupid zombie walking around. I feel like it's just gonna drop on my head, but I don't know where it is. There's a little cavern in there. First off, why am I only making one for shelter? I need 2 more snowballs. Storing these stupid banners somewhere yet. I don't dare place the banner down because unless they changed it, I'm pretty sure placing the banner down anywhere, like hanging it out on the wall or sticking it in the ground, will just attract more pillagers. They're just a pain in the ass. I think that's a good fit there. Gravel fits up here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do just a 1 block thing. I'm trying to plan this out. It's a little bit tricky because I don't think I have the gravel for it yet. To try to figure out, remember where the gravel is gonna be. That's for the gravel. It's for now, I'm done with this stone brick wall. I should have made more freaking coal because now I'm gonna break these up. It's 11 o'clock. I think I'm gonna stop streaming for now. I think I'm about done. I streamed for a few hours. Just happened tonight anyway. Yeah, almost 4 hours. Yeah. Just wanted to kind of just show stuff off a bit. Get some a little bit of building in anyway. We didn't do much building. We were mostly just wandering around looking at stuff. That's what I always end up doing on this world, though. Anywho, stick around. I'm gonna raid Spot. I remembered. But, I'll see you guys around later. Bye. Raid Spot. Hey. Don't mind me.
This is how do we say things?
Slash, not explanation. Rate this channel. No way. HA. There. I'll see you guys around later. Go watch Spot.